I've lost it already. Hey guys, welcome back to ESL TV for the EPS Germany 2014 Summer Playoffs. We already had our first game of the day.
Yep.
It was
one-sided.
took the words right out of my mouth, and then now we're potentially coming into another one-sided match. As
Maybe.
Look at CS:GO Lounge. Apparently, 90% of you think that mousesports are going to win over Playing Ducks.
Harsh voting, yeah.
I think if we're about to look at that, I think we can kind of
You kind of agree. Like,
yeah.
let's be serious
Yeah.
here. Mousesports can play on an international level really well, whereas Playing Ducks have the ability. They have certain players who certainly can, but yet to see them really combine and actually be able to make that happen for them. So look and see what they can do here. Interesting map pool as well. We can go through that in a second. So I think they're about to go into the knife.
They actually did the knife.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah. So we will have, it looks like Playing Ducks. Just making sure. Going to be on the terrace side, and mousesports over on the CT.
Fair enough.
Interesting. The map pool you mentioned.
Yeah, so for once we might not see Dust 2 in a German game
I know you're
against
happy about
Mousesports.
that.
Because it's pretty much a gifted win. Mousesports are obscenely good on the map. International level, German level, doesn't matter. They can play it so damn well. So I just feel keeping that in the top, the first two maps is not necessarily a mistake, but it's kind of going to be a hard battle. But Mirage, Cash, and then Dust 2 if needed. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this one to start with.
I feel like if Playing Ducks did win Mirage to beat mousesports and mousesports on Cash and Dust 2,
Yeah.
might be a little bit hard, if not impossible.
Oh, it's not going to be easy by any way, shape, or form. Let's be serious. But it looks like the T side of Playing Ducks will be going for the A hit. The smokes are being lined up as we speak. A couple in mid splitting as well, but wait to see if they do go for the full deep CT smokes, which I think they are. So I'll be interested to see how well they stick this one, because they look like they are going to be smoking off site. Pushing in nice smokes, actually, to cut off CT and the side itself as Kirby will move in. But Nuki and Legisia are waiting, and Nuki still on the side. A little bit of fire coming through from Connector, and now Whoopi and Crazy, the last two alive.
Well, Legisia already picking up 2 frags. For number 3 here, as he's going to be able to pick that up onto Crazy. And that will be a pretty easy first round here for Mousesports. And if you guys are not familiar with these teams, I guess we should go over the lineups for you guys at home who, well, unfortunately don't know them. We have over on Mousesports side, Alu, Legisia, Nuki, Chris J, Tapson. And of course, the side of Playing Ducks, we have Kirby, Colin, Whoopi. I love saying that one. Crazy, and Kevin.
Yeah, and the addition of Alu to this lineup just took Mousesports to that next level. Chris J already super strong in it, Legisia as well. Really damn good. So definitely a team to keep your eyes on, international or just within the German scene. Very talented, but still, T-side did get the bomb down. Not a bad way to kick things off, though.
Well, looks like they're discussing things because Whoopi is...
Whoopi, why you do? Why you do
Oh, we're
this?
actually on your screen for some reason. Are we supposed to be on your screen?
No.
Okay, we'll go back to my screen then.
That's always a good idea.
All right, Jason, you are just the best producer I've ever seen in my life. But yeah, Whoopi was just sitting in spawn, so obviously just talking some things over. Gonna go for a rush into this B side, it looks like. And, well, as you can see, gonna be very tough. All the nades coming in, and the fire. Look, a little barbecue going on, like we have going outside, actually behind our studios. If you guys are actually in the German area in Cologne, you can always come by. I think we still have some room left, as you saw. Well, if you look at the German stream, there's still some room in the actual studio. But either way, Cologne last one left. Gonna get taken down. Another easy round here coming in for Mousesports, but then again, you kind of expect that. Bomb was planted the first round, though, so we will see the early buy come in.
Yeah, so not a bad start. But then, see, the thing is, right, with Mouse, they're such a dangerous side because of the composition they have. They have Chris J, who can AWP super strong, and I always look at this map as one where an AWP can really have his day. So whether he runs with it or not, with Alu currently opting to run with it, interesting choice. But, you look at Pasha when he AWPs on this, for example, for Virtus Pro.
We were thinking the same thing.
There's so much variation to controlling mid, and it's quite an important factor into this one because, mid complements both sides really well. So if they get their footing really early on, I think that might be a bit of a problem, but still, Chris J's got a good hold on towards B, so it's going to allow the rest of Mousesports to focus in on towards A. It looks like that's where Playing Ducks are considering making the push, but there's still one player on B, so there's still options available, and it's going back and forth here.
Look, able to pick up 2 frags already in this round here. Look for number 3 on a Crazy. He will not pick it up just yet as he gets taken down by him. And now they're watching CT spawn here with AWP. The bomb is not picked up. And look at this. We have a fight coming in. Colin getting right behind them. Alu, does he hear him coming in? He will last second here, and he won't get the shot, though. That is now a 1-on-2. Legisia running right by the man in Sandwich. And that is Playing Ducks picking up a round. I didn't really expect that to go their way, considering how, how well Nuki was holding from Shadow right there.
What the hell is Shadow?
It's under the apartments. It's called Shadow.
That's... You call it apartments?
Well, Palace. I think Palace is racist, so I call it apartments.
How is that racist?
Well, it's mousesports up 2-1, and right now, as you can see,
guys, if you at home
we also have
what do you guys
Mexican
call
tunnel.
it?
We have Mexican tunnel in the U.S. for Inferno.
That's because you're bad people. We call it like Vietnam or something.
How's that better?
It's not saying it's a negative.
How is Mexican tunnel negative?
You took it as a negative.
No, you're the one that said it's negative.
You said it was anyway. Back into the game we are, into the 4th round. Let me know what you call where Ali was just looking towards Palace or underneath it. But still, Kevin opens up on towards Nuki. We have a bit of a mixed bag buy coming in. Just the pistol for Alu. He did have the AWP earlier on. Chris J does opt to get in. Alu making it count regardless with the 5-7 coming in towards Crazy there. So a 4v4 situation. Bomb not actually going down. Chris J actually picked up that kill then. So brilliantly holding up the site, allowing the CTs a little bit more time to breathe, bringing it down to that 3v3. Kirby, Colin, and Whoopi still struggling to get that bomb down on this side. Whoopi is there trying to cover off the stairs, but Kirby does find Lagisha. But Colon, dangerous plan he was going for there. Alu is still up and standing. Yeah, he's only got a pistol, but you got to take it carefully. And there we go. Chris J got a little close, and Kirby dispatched of him well. So playing Ducks, they've got this A site worked out pretty well, and I think that's going to force the CTs onto an eco now.
I'm confused right now. The fact that Alu ran an op in round 3, or around 3. Yeah, sorry, just making sure. And Chris J had the max 7, and then 4th round, Chris J runs the op. I don't know, that was a little bit weird to not just give Chris J the op, you know, the entire time. But either way, Colin does have the op in hand. Looks like he will start to push towards the A site. Remember, it is going to be eco, though. It'll be very hard to maintain, as Tapson will be the first casualty of this one. Yeah, this is Palace. But under it is called Shadow. Just like Sandwich is also called Get Right. Yeah.
Alrighty, so anyway, pistol round for the CTs so far. Not going brilliantly. They did manage to take down Whoopi, but the plant comes in. And just look how well the T's are locking out this side. The smokes have been pretty damn potent, and I'm just chilling on Chris J for now.
No, I was just thinking, I'm pretty sure I turned off Steam notifications, and yeah, I saw one pop up, which makes no sense to me.
Ah, well. Right now, Ali at least might get himself a gun out of this one. He's being chased down. He might get away. Yeah, should be able to get out of this one unscathed unless Crazy comes around. I'd be surprised if Ali just walks out here, so...
Is that 2 kills he's going to get when the guy has a knife out?
Yep. Kirby's close, but I think Alu... No! Kirby gets him after time. That's a bit of a shame, but still, 3-2 overall. Playing Ducks, their play on towards A has been brilliant because of their smokes and their flashes. It's not necessarily gone down to the individual performances yet, but it's just the plan that they're executing is really good. It's completely cutting off Alu, it's completely cutting off Chris J. It's making it damn hard work. So a little bit of a cheeky flash out to mid, allowing Colon to go for the peak. Alu is focused for them on towards the other side, but now Lagisha senses there might be a little bit of a problem coming up towards short, towards that B side. He's going to peek out again, gets one, he doesn't get the second. Kirby dispatches of him rather swiftly, and the push continues in towards the B side. 2 players rotating through the kitchen already, but Crazy is there, stopping them in their tracks, takes Chris J away from the site, but Tabson finds a quick way through, sprays down, gets the bomb out of Kevin's hands. Not down just yet. Kirby is low. There is still a good chance here for the CT side with Alu taking the shot already, and look at that play. mousesports retaking onto the side perfectly, even before the bomb was planted. Very nicely played.
Very well done right there. It was a great little play by a Thompson just to sit in that nice little spot. Obviously just wait for someone to push in, and then of course the spray through the smoke caught them off guard. They get the bomb down, and well, fortunately for them, it's going to be all tied up here, and Colin actually won't be running the AWP here. He's going to go for the mid peak, and you actually don't have anyone really contesting this just yet. It's actually looking towards connector right now, and of course there will be one man there, but unfortunately not going to be peeking that either. Interesting to just to have Colin have an op here. I mean, obviously he kind of had the money for it, as you can see, but that's a lot of money to spend, though, that you could potentially not have later on if you do lose, you know,
and a glass cannon style as well. Obviously no armor to support it, so it's just a hope it does the damage while it's there. Chris J will be on the receiving end. Right now the molly does come up. That's going to take a big chunk of HP away from the likes of Whoopi, Kevin, and Colon. So that's going to make it even harder work. The plan, hold it there on towards the B side, but still, if they get maybe a couple of kills, they'll be fine. I don't think they're going to get a plant this round. They just didn't have the push that they had before when they were hitting the A site, when they just sneakily is not a word, sneakily got the bomb down in towards A.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
You'll allow
I've had some bad ones.
Yeah, but still, I don't think they're going to plant out of this. If they do, that'd be more the mistake of mousesports. Because look at Nuki's position. He's ready for this. Alu's supporting. They're still waiting on towards A. The discipline is there. Nuki gets 2, and this should be an easy round.
Cologne trying to pick up a kill. It does go on a Tapson. Now it'll be 1v4 here. We'll have to pick up the ace if he wants to secure this round for him. And 20 seconds left to go. I don't think he's be able to save this op either, as he might get flanked on. The bomb is down. He's waiting for someone to peek him. And you almost know they're going to rush this. Like, they're not going to let this op stay alive. They even have Legesia coming in from behind. So either way, he will lose this, but it's just a matter of how many people can he take with him. And you can see Nuki coming out of apartments. And they're waiting for the time to run out before they kill him.
Extra dollar bills.
Dollar bill, y'all.
Dollar bills, y'all.
All right, so 4-3. But a much closer game than we kind of expected and anticipated, especially all the people out there who had 90% bets on mousesports compared to 10%, obviously, for playing Ducks. But again, 4-3, not bad. I mean, obviously, it's a little bit T-sided, but still.
Yeah, see, I always... I know, okay, so there's maps like Nuke, right?
Yeah,
so yeah. I ignore those maps, but outside of that, CT and T-sided maps are all dependent on the teams, and I think every player will tell you that to an extent. You know, discussing with Faflaren some time ago,
Smoke.
the side bias, he even said, you know, it's completely down to the teams. We are seeing a flat-out B play. Chris J is waiting the smoke. This could go disastrously for the playing Ducks. Chris J gets the first. He doesn't have many more bullets left in that M4 there, but he does have Legesia and Alu waiting to support, and now just Kirby and Cologne left alive.
Let's see, Cologne sitting on 71 HP, Kirby sitting on 38, sitting that bench. And for someone to maybe peek around to spot Legesia out of catwalk, but Alu gets the trade. 1-for-1 here now. Kirby, 1v3, gets taken down by Alu. So Pansy, we always talk about Chris J, you know, amazing opper, great with scouts, everything. But he's not running the op. And you mentioned Alu, a great addition to the team, really took him to the next level, and he's the one that's really opping on this map. I'm confused.
Well, I'll be interested to see if they get the funds to the extent they can, if they run the double AWP setup. It could be viable, because Alu's more dedicated to sites. We always see him watching this A peak, and then he'll start roaming, rather than what Chris J does, which may be the more aggressive kind of, you know, pushing up short, going for those plays. But Chris J playing dedicated to sites, he's doing very well for himself. Obviously, the T's just on an eco here, and that's just going to pad out the score more than anything for mousesports. There we have it. So Mouse do get it in the bag. But yeah, I'll be interested to see if they do go for the double AWP setup, if it becomes a viable option for them. We'll have to wait and see. You know, Chris J's not playing badly, 7-5. He's certainly holding his own, but I like him on the AWP. I think he's maybe a little different style to Alu. I haven't seen a lot of Alu on the AWP, but Chris J's super aggressive, happy to chase the shots down. A little Kenny S style, you may argue, rather than your fetish kind of play where it's very passive. When you saw him running with it on, you know, just at ESL 1 not too long ago. So a little bit maybe to that extent, but look at the mousesports side. They're getting confident now. They're going for these plays. They're going for the peaks. It could be the downfall. It could just give them a very snowbally game.
Good Nuki holding the spot yet again here for another round, and he's getting flashed up. Obviously coming into the site, and actually not even spot him just yet. Picks up only one, though, as he unfortunately whiffs on most of his spray here. Now it's all in the hands of Chris J that quickly. Playing Ducks again, going back to what worked before in those other 3 rounds that they've been able to pick up. Going for the hit onto A here, and Chris J, again, all by himself. He's in a bad position here. He's looking to pick up the first kill, but unfortunately gets 0. And that's Playing Ducks now taking it 6-4.
See, maybe just the aggression then from mousesports. A little too much there, but still. Might as well go for it. Tabson got a little aggressive through mid, and they pushed up a little bit further, but still, there's the double up I wanted to see. So Chris J's running with it, and Alu. I want to see where Chris J takes this. Is he going to aggressive through short, like I imagined, or will he just play the side? Because Alu seems more dedicated towards A, and Chris J more focused on towards B. So, interesting setup. It looks like they're going to try it out, and Chris J doing what he does. He's going actively looking for this, whereas it looks like Alu more likes to hold the angle a little bit more passively, and then roams maybe a little further back. So we'll see how this one pays out. At the moment, they've got the opener, given from Legesia, and he's already in a good spot. So he's actually right next to the rest of the playing Ducks, and he could make this hurt.
We also have Whoopi right off to his side. Whoopi didn't even hear him coming up, and he's going to get right behind him, Legesia. Oh my god! Chris J!
God, Chris J, what?
Oh! I was going to say, how do you miss a shot like that when you're behind him? Well, that's how. Your teammate kills you, and...
Bomb down, though. Chris J has the bomb, and he could do this.
He could. Well, that'll be another frag coming in. He's got one more coming through B apartments here. And he has some back. We'll get taken down by Whoopi. So, Legesia getting some revenge, finally. But now Kirby, last man standing, a 1-on-2. Alu with AWP, going to be actually watching from kitchen, it seems. And Tapson watching from bench here. Kirby could pull us off, but it's going to be very difficult. He needs this first frag. He needs to be able to get this entry kill onto Tabson. No, they know exactly where he is. 25 seconds left to go. Spots him out of bench. Fortunately, missing a couple of shots here. Going to spray it down. Eventually gets the kill. Now it's a one-on-one with 20 seconds to go. Going to rush straight towards the bomb here. He knows exactly where Alu is. Now going to rotate just a little bit. Spots him out yet again. 15 seconds left to go. Switching to the P2000, and he will get the kill. Kirby gets taken down here, and that's a 7-4 scoreline. I wish we had a replay feature right now to go back and look at that fantastic shot coming out by Chris J onto Legesia.
Well, he got to make it challenging for himself, you know. He's got to try and make it a little bit more difficult.
He's not satisfied with like 5 kills around. He needs a teammate kill as well.
Exactly. Get the sick arrow. But the thing is, I was interested in seeing Plain Ducks going back to the A play because they were making that one really count. These all-in kind of B pushes and mid plays, maybe not as great, but they always got their smokes really on point here. But now, obviously, a fully bought up CT side. Every smoke, flash, nade they've got. I want to see if they go for this execute again. The smokes are being put into place. A little bit of early AWP work from Alu there. No, excuse me. I think it was from Cologne, actually. He did get the tag on towards Tabson, but what is that camera shot, Jason? Okay, you're doing the smoky thing. Alrighty. So, smokes are coming into position. This could get interesting if they actually go for this.
They don't affect him, though.
Yeah, and the counter smoke there has just kind of ruined it completely. You can't really go pushing through smoke when a team's just waiting for you like this. So, 7-4, it's a shame because they could have maybe had that a little bit faster.
That was a lot they committed to. I think that was 3 smokes. So crazy the last spin with the smoke. Actually, going to switch out the AK to teammate here as Legesia pushes up yet again, picks up another kill here. Going to be able to back away right around that corner. And well, you can see crazy AWP in hand now, trying to hold on to his 40 seconds left to go. The rest of his team to be working up towards B. A nice, fantastic shot comes in on Legesia right there. And Kirby, if you can get this kill on a Chris J, they completely open this site. But now 30 seconds left to go. They're going to rotate back around here. This is like borderline around the world strat. And it's going to come out to crazy if he can get this kill on a Nookie who, as you can see, going to be in Shadow. Did they agree with Shadow?
No.
Wow. Well, they are just wrong. But Nookie, again, going to be waiting for the push in. And we'll have a free kill on a Whoopi here. And with Alu there as well, picks up another frag. So 8-4 here. Legesia 12-8. Alu 11-4 here. Nookie 10-5. And Chris J, well, it would be 9-7, but 8-7.
Yeah, and it was a shame though because Plain Ducks just seemed to exhaust all their resources a little early on with the kind of stop of their play on A because they'd already committed the smokes, the flashes, and they got like halfway there, and then the counter smoke towards the main entrance just kind of left them either running into what they wouldn't necessarily know, and you saw that Alu was not flashed, so it could have gone super wrong. So they just kind of backed away and hoped they could rotate. But they're now on Nico, the T side, so in theory this should be a quick round, and it is. But yeah, mousesports looking fairly comfortable now. It looks like maybe Plain Ducks got a good couple of cheeky rounds in early, but they're struggling to find that consistency again now, sadly.
I think we saw a little adaptation come out of mousesports. Like, that's also what kind of threw them off at the A set. Like you mentioned, the smoke coming in was one big one. The fact that Alu was on top of the, I don't even know, actually, I don't even know the name for that one. I'll call it tollbox. I see it to the right. Let me just, you know what? I can't even do this. This box right here, that toll box. Yeah, it is toll box. Okay. I was staying around tough because the smokes would affect him from there, and then allowed him to get a lot of free shots off, and they immediately backed away. And it just took a little bit of time, a couple of rounds, but they eventually did get there here. And Legesia again pushed up catwalk, looking for an easy frag in the middle, and will be taken down. I don't want to say the name of that place because I know I'm right on it, but it's not appropriate for the stream. Either way,
Ladder room.
That's a more appropriate one than what I had in my head. But either way, Kevin obviously now be holding ladder room. And again, playing ducks, they're just running around like ducks with their heads cut off. But
yeah, Kevin does still have smoke and 2 flashes, so maybe they can at least work on it. But
Alu still has a smoke as well, though.
Yeah,
but it's in the middle.
So he's going to do the steep smoke, maybe to CT or sight. Surely he's going to smoke. He's smoking out sight. So Nookie there does get taken down. Kirby looking for it. They can't really smoke off jungle or the window room. So Alu's just allowed a little bit of free reign. Takes down 1, takes down 2. Tabson comes into support. And this has gone from bad to worse pretty much. And now just Kirby 1v3. I think he knows this is almost impossible. And Chris J makes sure of that. 10-4. mousesports just looking comfortable now.
Yeah, looking like they finally got their stride going. You know, obviously, maybe took a couple of rounds for them to warm up to get things going. But again, looking like the team that we will now kind of expect to take the whole shebang here. Obviously, one of the few teams in Germany who can compete on an international level, like you said before. And they're proving it. And right now, Plain Ducks, they need some sort of answer because going into Cash, where mousesports already beat Virtus.pro back at G3 16-12, or I believe it was 16-12. That's going to be a little bit rough here.
Look at the 2 underneath. They're pushing through already. So even if Playing Ducks get the site, they are going to be in real trouble. They've got to make this one stick really fast.
They do, and we will see Chris J get taken out by Crazy, and well, Nagisha coming in from behind does get the bomb down though, and they have to come back for it here, and they're able to just hold on to this cross completely. But Kevin picking up the frag with a deagle somehow. I'm going to pick that back up. Oh
my God!
Tabson, sit down on that couch, son, because you got wrecked. And now Kevin won't be able to actually push into the site. So that quick, risky move by them, even though it was counter coming in from the backside, gets completely thwarted by that one dig from Kevin.
How can you predict that, though?
You don't.
you just can't account for plays like that, but still. Ali 1v3. You either want him or maybe Chris J in these sort of situations. He looks like he's committing to this. He's going to try and get a glimpse of Crazy. Not going to find much more, though. Whoopi getting tagged up. He's getting the connection, but time is of the essence. Bomb ticking away. Only a couple of seconds now to play. We're going to head towards the side. Goes for Whoopi. Gets the shot now just down to the shut down by Kevin, who gets a brilliant triple in this one and basically got the round for Playing Ducks.
Yes, definitely. 2 digs coming from the backside. Stop the push from there. A nice closeout kill right there. But either way, it's still 10-5. Like, that's still a pretty dominating scoreline here for mousesports so far. And obviously, going to be switching over to the T side in just a few seconds. You can take a look at the scoreboard really quickly. 17-5 for Alu. Again, like I said, the new addition to the team, really taking the next level. And you can see, at least on Mirage, he's definitely doing that here, carrying the team with that great scoreline here. And the Giza 13-10. And what was funny was the Giza came in from behind, like you said before, rushed from the backside. But there was like hesitation going up the stairs. It was like, is my teammate going to kill me again? No, he's just trying to take it slow and obviously just try to make sure to get the frags when he needed them. But unfortunately, they did lose that round. And Playing Ducks,
it's not a bad half scoreline.
It's not. It could be better, but it's not the worst you could possibly have happen.
Considering mousesports arguably are the favorites here.
That's what I want to show you, though.
What do you want to show me?
So the first 2 rounds went mousesports' way. Then the next 3 went Playing Ducks, and then the next 4 mousesports lost 1. Then the next 4 mousesports and lost 1. Like the consistency they had was in the beginning of the game, but ever since that point, it's just been like, tough. And I'm trying to think, the rounds that they did lose in there too, they weren't really necessarily close rounds. They were like, 3 people, 4 people live on mousesports side. As you can see, I have a decent amount of money. I think they bought quite a few ops for Alu and Chris J in there, but
yeah. Well, we'll see how that works out now on the T side, because I feel CT sided. I feel you get to know a little how the team's playing a little more on the T side, like if they're having a good performance or a bad performance, just because they have to make the plays. They have to kind of force it themselves. So I always quite enjoy seeing a team on the T side first who's either favored or not. Just because you get to know them, see how they're playing, see if they've warmed up, see if they're executing the strats well. And speaking to Heaton during the ESL 1, even he said, we kind of prefer sometimes to start on the T side because you're making the plays, you're getting more warmed up. When you're on the CT side, you're being passive, you're having to wait, you're always responding, unless you're maybe being aggressive. But generally, it's always like a responsive thing. You're not quite as in it. You're not making the plays happen. So when they're on the T side, you can always get a little bit more into. You can start focusing a little early on. But still, we're waiting for... What are we waiting on?
That's actually what I'm going to go check out really quickly. I'm going to take it back to our lovely faces. I hope you're prepared for this.
Sadly.
I hit the right button.
Nailed it.
All right, so let me see what's going on.
If we can.
Just message one of our lovely admins.
You try and be nice to them to get them to be, like, helping us.
The one time, yes, I'll be nice, is to help. Really? They had a smoke break?
No.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Cartman's downstairs. He'll be like roping them back inside. I'm having none of that. Chasing them down the road. Get back to your chair. No need to smoke break on a half. Like at the end of the game, maybe, but half, not so much.
All right. Well, I guess we can. Do you want to pop back in the game? Get off our faces?
I don't know, man. They're kind of confused about water and Dr. Pepper right now.
There's some stuff in chat maybe we shouldn't go back to.
I think it's fine.
Okay. Well, do you want to do it? Should I hit the button?
They're talking about Denmark and its great water supply.
That broken German English is fantastic. In Denmark, it's very chemicals in it. Very much.
Chris J. Brain also full of chemicals. Yeah. Alu calling it out.
He's calling it like it is,
Yeah. He's like, Chris, you're not performing right now. Get your game on.
He's saying, nope, just vodka.
We're just commentating the chat. This is what we get paid for, guys.
I remember, I think it was during the Battlefield finals, we did the Battlefield 4 finals. I remember playing tic-tac-toe with someone just like in the break, and Red Eye came over and he casted it, and it was actually legit. Like it was actually good sounding. I don't know if we can make chat appealing though to people.
No. I can barely make games appealing to people, so I wouldn't try and up the ante. Wow, supportive. Oh,
I've seen your stream. Twitch.tv/Pansy if you guys
are
want to
we
check it
really
out.
promoting streams right now? Is this
Are you gonna
this how it
complain?
goes? A little bit, like.
Oh, okay. Just,
Even for me, that's pretty scummy.
there's like 20K people watching.
I don't want to force them
At least
to
I'm not
watch
linking
me.
in chat.
When did I do that?
I'm saying at least I'm not linking in chat.
Oh, okay. I was just like, oh. I don't know, man. I don't know. Chat has gone really weird in game.
Thank you, Whoopi. Tells them to shut up. Because they're making no sense. Oh! Do you see that?
We're going to just wait a little while before we
Yeah.
go back in game.
What can we show on the screen then instead of our faces?
Your Twitter feed?
Oh god, you scared me for a second. I was like, is that on camera? I mean, I messed it up once before with your Skype.
Yeah, it was more when I was like trying to walk out to go to the bathroom. You're like, hey, get back on camera. Woo! Worst producer in the world, right?
It's when you have to leave a caster to cast, do graphics, and produce, something's going to go wrong eventually. It was my casting in the beginning, and then it was my production, and now it's starting to...
Is it evening out?
Yeah, a little bit. Equally bad at all things.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
We're just chilling.
we can't go to break because obviously, we don't know how long it's going to be.
Well, we could go to a break, but it's kind of scummy.
I think our VOD cutters will get pissed off though.
They're always angry.
Yeah, you want to feel the wrath of Kelly.
She is terrifying.
What? I mean, okay, I'm not gonna talk about the chat anymore because you can see what's
it's
going on there.
It's game over in chat. We're just
So
gonna chill out.
Obviously, let us know on Twitter who thinks gonna win. Always like to promote that one. At Jake Kaplan, not they call me Pansy.
Did you say Jake Kaplan?
Jake Kaplan.
Oh, if you said Jake Kaplan, I was like,
had to
you
remember what
changed
it
your
was
name.
for the 5th time, right?
Yeah.
It was but ILY. I miss that name every once in a while.
Why?
And then I realized how stupid it actually was, and now I'm happy.
This was a poor choice of name.
At least it wasn't like they call me but I love you.
What's wrong with my name?
I'm wondering when you're gonna change it to @Pansy.
when I'm big enough on Twitter to claim that.
Well, actually, no. What are you at right now?
I'm almost 10k.
Almost 10K. All right, I want to see you guys make sure she breaks 10K today.
Stop giving Twitch chat commands. Stop it. Leave them alone. They're having a good time. They can do Kappa faces.
She loves when you tweet Kappas to her. Actually, nothing more.
I like it in Twitch chat. I'm not sure about tweeting, but I like it in Twitch chat.
I'm trying to help you out here, okay?
I know, but I feel scummy. Like there's no need for this. Bad person.
Well, we could throw it in a game if you want.
Well, they've stopped talking, which is a bonus. So
It is. You know what? This is a perfect time to actually check about my Steam settings because I keep getting things popping up. See, it's off. It's all off.
Have you got the chat window open though?
No, it was closed.
Are you certain?
It was closed. Swear to God.
I don't believe you. Stop typing to people.
I'm telling the person I'm casting, stop messaging me. Oh, jeez.
So popular. Who am I talking to on Steam right now? Syndicate and Rush. Oh, actually, no, they've just gone away. That's a little bit upsetting, isn't it? I thought I had friends. Guess not. Please stop looking at my Twitter.
I'm just trying to see, if you're getting there.
But no, like if you want to follow someone, go on Twitch and follow Rushly123456. He's pretty badass. Have you ever watched Rush?
No.
What? Oh, you're
I watched
missing out,
Lyric.
man.
I watch MBK and Hiko.
Yeah, I like MBK streaming. He's good. He's pretty good.
Something changed about Hiko.
Is he broken your heart or what?
No. Like in the beginning, like he was, very very cool, whatever. He's still pretty cool.
Are you saying he's not cool anymore?
Really calm, and now he starts saying "bud" everywhere. Like,
Does it get to you?
yeah, it's just like he keeps forcing the word in, and he's like, "That was a bad shot, bud."
Oh man.
Hey, bud.
Oh, and Cat. I'm talking to Cat. Cat as well. Yeah.
Yo, let's just show the people who you're talking.
No, let's not do that.
What is going on, admins? You can at least respond to us.
No, they like just leaving us to chill.
Oh, see, look at Tim. Look at Tim.
Tim's here. What's Tim doing? Is Tim saving the day?
He's spamming your Twitch.
Oh,
and then they turned sub mode off, and now freedom.
Paid freedom. But yeah.
There we go. Golden
That's around.
Meerkat. I don't know what team name that is. I didn't read the whole thing before I started talking about it. Playing Ducks will win, hands down, is what he said.
Did you always make a grave error?
Almost. Almost. For the second time today.
Yeah. Oh, it's cool. We can just chill out. We're having a good time. You know, there's a
You know what
barbecue
we
outside.
can talk about? How was ESO 1 Cologne for you?
It was pretty good. I got a t-shirt.
I'm trying to make some
casted 2
conversation. You know the
games
game? Which
in
games did you
CS.
cast? Don't worry, it
Virtus
was a long
Pro,
ago.
LDLC. That was pretty good. It was kind of sad, though, because my headset just kind of broke. But there we go, kind of. But it was more that I got to cast 2 games where teams that I really like actually went out. So Virtus Pro getting knocked out, and just seeing them lose was pretty upsetting because they're actually pretty awesome.
Who'd you cast with again?
Top Gun and then Tosspot.
Okay, yeah, Top Gun. I heard a lot of people actually really liked him from box.
He is a beautiful, beautiful man who's terrifying in looks at times.
But
he's super nice. Like when they told me, like, oh, you're gonna cast with this dude, I'm like, oh, okay, that sounds cool.
you see him walk in like, oh.
No, because he had a couple of beverages. When I got told this, I was like, oh.
What kind of beverages?
The 18 plus beverages in certain countries, like.
In certain countries, but in Germany it's like 16.
Yeah. But then the second day he was on the analysis desk, I think first, and he absolutely nailed it. Like he's a really good guy. Very talented at casting as well, and obviously casting to Tosspot is always fun because it's Tosspot.
It's always sensational. Always is. But guys, if you're just joining us, obviously we have a little bit of a pause going on in the game. We're just waiting for them to fix some issues.
Yeah, man.
I hope that one's not true. Just trying to fix some stuff, and obviously we're just sitting here filling some time in the meantime. Because we don't want to go to a break. We don't want to just throw it to break. 10 seconds later, have to come back.
Yeah, we just like chilling out and plugging people in stream.
You know, I'm gonna start plugging my own Twitch channel. You know, if we're getting to this point. If we're getting to this.
I'm not sure. I'm just gonna get comfy. I'm just gonna chill out in this chair right here.
You know what? Actually, okay. So this is what I do when I cast in here alone. I put my legs up on the desk over here. I just lean back, and I'm just like.
So wait, I'm casting where your feet are normally?
Yeah. I used to sit in the chair where I sit. No, that is the chair I sit in.
Oh, great.
Oh, God. Oh, man. Let's just, let's not talk about that.
I feel uncomfortable.
You should.
Oh, wow. We are back in the game, though. Let's
all right.
Go back live, ladies and gents.
Let's get off this.
All is good. Hopefully. Maybe you can, yeah.
I was just making sure.
Nailed it.
I was not going to make another grave error this time. All right, but we are back in, guys. Mousesports up against Playing Ducks. First map on Mirage. It is our second semifinal of the day, and Mousesports going to be on the T side now. We're going to find out if they can take it, well, in this first map and take it to number 2 over on the Cache. And Playing Ducks will finally fight back a little bit here and throw that flying V at us. And right now you see the Molotov doing some really good damage here. We'll be picking the first kill with Chris J. Alu able to respawn, though, and the rest of his team has been able to push in towards the A site through ramp here, and they're going to get the bomb down as well. So at least they get the plan, if anything. Cologne off towards CT spawn. Trying to maybe pick up a kill or two here as Alu and Tabson both secure one. And now Cologne and Kevin, last 2 remaining. Kevin will get dropped here by Tabson, and Cologne now, well, no kit. Not a lot of time to work with, and he's got 3 Mousesports to work for. And he's trying to chase one down. Smart play by Alu there, just straight up. Or not Alu, sorry, Nookie just straight back away, realizing, you know what, there's no point to contest this. And Cologne will get one.
Beverage.
He'll get number 2. That's not the 18 plus kind though, so don't worry. But he will obviously not really be able to secure that round. But he does pick up a kit though in the meantime. Does back away, and Mousesports up with a early start here.
Yeah, Playing Ducks really could have done with that round. 11-5. I worry, but I'm looking forward to seeing the real execution coming out from Mousesports. I do like seeing how they're going to play this one through. Obviously, having the viability of 2 AWPers, seeing who they feel is playing maybe a little better to pick it up first, or if they just feel maybe Alu is the lead AWPer. Like, I actually haven't seen much of them in quite some time, so... wow, okay. Tabson just wrecks Cologne. And now...
sure that's illegal in many countries.
Well, he does have the scout at least, but P250 and a Deagle to complement. It's going to be a tough round, but Kirby coming in does get the tag, not the frag, and Tabson gets 2.
There we go. I was looking for the button to hit on him. Chris J picks up a kill as well. And you know what? They're going to continue to push in towards the B site. We'll be watching from kitchen here. And looks like he will just save. At least give it over to Crazy to save since he has head armor. And we'll push him by himself. So looking like Mousesports will take their second round here on this T side. And we'll take it total to 5 here.
Yeah, and more importantly, if they keep playing like this, they're not going to lose a single player with the bomb plants and 2 AKs already in the mix. So Get away with head armor.
There's so many people chasing.
Indeed.
And so they force start the game because I keep getting E-bot saying, hit ready when you're ready.
I don't know.
Crazy gets 1 kill, but unfortunately, not gonna get much more than that.
Yeah, Nuki only had the Galil anyway, so you could always chuck him a Galil and obviously get the AK in the place. Legija can get that one. They all have head armor, pretty nicely bought up, and the CTs have very little in the way of anything good going on here. 12-5. mousesports looking like it's going to be going to map 2 very quickly at this rate.
And on the cash, which, oof. It's on the map we're going to go up against mousesports on. Then again, if assuming Playing Ducks does win that, then that we will be over to Dust 2, which is going to be just as difficult, if not more here. But Alu and Legija both picking up 1. Chris J does get domed, as Kevin does pick up another 1 dig right there, as we saw him do in the latter rounds of the first half. Last round, actually. But again, they have no one in sight. Bomb game planted. And only have to make their way through here. Crazy going to lead the charge for his team. They have a pistol in hand. Legija picks up 2. Tabson picks up a 3rd. And now 13-5 here. And, well, we will see a buy up here. But again, can they really afford the op? Cologne? Well, he's going to try it here.
You got to do something, otherwise mousesports are just going to keep rolling. And is Nuki really just going to stick with the Galil? I think he is. All right, he's feeling comfortable enough with that. Fair play.
Is it the do-do-do-do Galil?
I can only hope so.
That's the only real Galil.
It's the only one I ever seem to get, so yeah. Still, 13-5. Playing Ducks need this round really desperately. At the moment, they've been playing okay. You know, they've not been awful, but they just haven't had much luck. And Chris J now steps away. Legija supporting, but Chris J there still looking, and it is Kirby right in that smoke. Drops out another. Will he get rushed here, or are they going to play it out? Here we go. Smoke's still there. Kirby's still alive. They think he's maybe backed away, and Kevin now comes through, spamming in towards the kitchen, and that really has thwarted their idea initially to go towards that B site. So nicely done for Kirby, but he's getting tagged up now. He's in a little bit of trouble, has to back towards the site. But all in all, that has at least stopped the play for now, slowed it down, and maybe made mousesports have to reconsider their options.
Chris J still sticking around here, looking. Wow, that's a lot of bullet holes. Looking for maybe a kill on a Kirby who is actually boosted up inside here, and you can see, you know, over towards the A site, just chilling. 2 people still there. They have 1 man in window, I believe it is. It's gonna be crazy, just to make sure that it doesn't get pushed from that direction. And looks like the hit's still to come at B. Chris J getting a little bit more aggressive, pushing up just a tad bit more here, looking for maybe a frag. He will spot out 1 man in sight, but we expect a second boosted up, and wow, fantastic shot comes out of Kevin here. And now Kirby, let's see what he can do here. He does spot out the first one, lets him go by, spots out Chris J as well, lets him pass, and gets the bomb down here. Looking for a second kill, he gets taken down though by Nuki right there. And unfortunately the bomb will get replanted, and Chris J will pick up a kill on the Crazy. Now Cologne in kitchen with the AWP in hand, trying to do something here. He's got 4 people to worry about, and he's got Whoopi there as well.
Is Alu coming around the back? Yeah, Alu's there. This round is pretty much done for. And do you know what I like? Chris J playing on the AWP on the T side, Alu still sticking with the AK style. He could have picked up pretty much an AWP some time ago.
Well, we saw, I think
Alu
was, well, Alu was more of, like, you actually pointed this out, Alu playing more like Fetish, playing defensive op, and Chris J more aggressive, and obviously on the T side, you want more of an aggressive kind of operator to go for these peaks. So yeah, I agree. I didn't even notice that till you mentioned it. A great little transition here.
Let's see if Alu can open up. It looks like he's going to go for a cheeky opening shot on towards the A side, and he's going to get it as well. Crazy goes down, and pretty much should be a comfortable round. Only P250s against the T side, and well, I said that. Cologne still doing a little bit of damage, but not much.
I just stuck to Chris J the whole time, and he didn't hit a single shot after we praised him for his op.
And that was me talking about Alu, you know, and he got 4. Just listen to me. But
you know, if you want to spectate, I am more than happy to let you do it. Don't get me wrong here.
No. I'd have to change a lot of settings right here. Don't make me do things.
All right, well, looking at potentially the final round here of this first game. Remember, it is best of 3. It is a second semifinal. Winner of this will go on to join, actually, Planet Key Dynamics into the grand finals. And there's a man pushed up right around the corner here of Legija, and you see he's pointing backwards, trying to actually look away from a flash that could potentially come in. And Whoopi, interesting position out of him. Trying to hold the push out of Palace here, and it looks like it will be an A hit here. You have, you know, Chris J just kind of hold on the middle a little bit. Crazy holding the back of A on toll booth with the op in hand. And a time push definitely to be coming in here in just a few seconds.
Yeah, waiting to see those smokes and nades come into place. Mostly see if they play it to a similar style of Like Playing Ducks did. So first deep smoke comes in towards CT, forcing Crazy to move a little further forward. Chris J does find Cologne as well, and it looks like the push is actually beginning. A little light on the smokes and flashes, but maybe that's the point. Push him out of position, but Alu needs to get this kill towards Whoopi, but he's let him go free, and Whoopi's done the damage. Oh! He almost got more. Him and Kirby going to town, but still, 2v2, it's not over yet.
Chris J now with 1 HP here in a 1-on-2 situation. He's got the up. But can he win the round? Oh my lord, that actually would have been fantastic if he hit that shot. He's got 1 man towards CT spot and 1 man towards window. He's got 20 seconds left to work with here. And I like how Playing Ducks are playing this one so safe, so passive, waiting for the bomb to go down before they push. And Kevin. It's taken out by Chris J. 9 seconds left to go. He has to go for the plant very soon, or he's going to pretty much just lose the round here. Kirby, will he rush him? And he's going to fake the plant. He doesn't have time. And Chris J just going to hold on to the op here. Kirby might actually go for the chase. 1 HP. Chris J dances long enough to get around from that one. So 15-6 now. Playing Ducks. It's looking to be very tough to come back from this, but this is definitely a start.
Yeah, for sure. 15-6 and mousesports looking comfortable. I think considering Chris J near on clutched that. But still, Whoopi was allowed to stay in that position far too long. Made a lot of damage with the crossfiring from Kirby. And still, look at this play though. Kirby straight away getting aggressive through mid, looking for the players, but we're seeing a bit of an A hit. 4-1 split, 1 player by B. All the others slowly working in. They're already out, but has Whoopi spotted them? I'm not actually sure if he has, but we're going to find out very soon. The flashes and the smokes are being made, mostly towards Connector, but Cologne did get 1. Alu's nade, though, will find him back, and this is not over yet.
It is not, and you're seeing Whoopi's still trying to hold on to this position. Still sitting in the back of A site. Chris J getting a nice shot from Connector here. We'll have 1 more man off to his right-hand side if he pushes up here, and it's a very slow push, even though they have the smokes kind of down here. Obviously, they need to smoke up CT a little bit. They want to be able to successfully move in, and Chris J going to be in a little bit of trouble. Gets taken down here, taps, and they'll respond with a kill. And that will be the bomb getting planted here. Now, Alu, position at Palace, spots them coming in, spots them both towards Staircase. And Tapson, sorry, picks up that frag. So Crazy, last man standing here. He's got to pick up a 1v3 to secure the first map, or at least to hold on. And that will be mousesports picking up map number 1 here in this last semifinal.
Yeah, and next map being Cash. I don't know. This is a tough game. Playing Ducks didn't do badly.
Yeah.
On the T side, I think.
Yeah,
the T side, they were okay.
Right. Yeah.
But then, mousesports just built up confidence, built up the plays, and they executed really well. Chris J started being a little bit freer with the AWP, and it was just smartly done, all in all. So, yeah, I think Cash might be a problem, though.
I would agree. And I really wonder how they're going to run the ops again. I mean, it was just really cool to see the fact that, Alu was mostly running on the CT side, Chris J picked up T side, and on Cash, I want to say you can pretty much afford to run a double op. 1 towards A, watching main/door, and obviously 1 towards B or mid. So we'll see how one's going to work, obviously, and of course the teams do have a little bit of a break here in the meantime, so I think it means we're going to go to a little break.
Yeah, we will go for a little break, and you guys at home do make sure you get involved on Twitter at They Call Me Pansy and at J Kaplan, as you can see right there, as you saw previously. Do let us know your predictions on this one. Will it be a clean sweep for mousesports going in towards the finals, or maybe we'll see a third map? Let us know. I think we'll be back after that for a short break.
See you guys in a few.